I just literally accidentally ordered a sauna. To be honest, I'm a bit like lost for words. I don't want you to come into this and think it's just a meal plan or a training plan. Good morning. So today we have the sauna delivery coming. It comes in about 50 minutes. For anyone who doesn't know, I accidentally ordered a sauna. I don't know if you can see this, but I just literally accidentally ordered a sauna. And technically I could call them tomorrow and just refund it. But I feel like this is God's plan. Like, I feel like this was meant to happen. So I guess now we have a sauna. And it's coming today, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. One of my dreams actually was to have like a sauna or some type of recovery space at home. I always said that it would happen a bit later on when I eventually move into a bigger place, but I guess it's happening earlier rather than later. And one of the biggest things that I enjoy is like going to like a recovery center where there's like ambient lighting and it's just like nice and quiet. There's like some, piano music playing in the background, and it just kind of has that peace and serenity kind of vibe. And I've always wanted to have that, like just at home. So just to kind of show you, the space is a little bit messy, but basically this is kind of like the room, right? Slash office, whatever you want to call it. That's where my workstation is. But in the back, this is where there's like a mini room that I built. So here, there's like an accent wall. It was meant to be like an office, and I was gonna sit in here and work. However, I realized that I don't really like closed spaces. I always thought that I liked being tucked away in a closed space, but it just makes me feel, I don't know, like constricted. I don't really like it. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of turning this room into like the wellness room, right? The only issue is that it is connected to the main room right now, which I don't really like. So what I'm thinking is like, I'll create some type of curtain, or potentially I'm gonna do like those kind of curtains, but I'll just do it for this space here. So then that way it actually blocks off this room from the other room. So then it feels like nice and cozy in here. So the sauna will go on this side because the wall is not as high as the other side. I don't know, we'll kind of see how it looks. But yeah, I did pay for like delivery, and I also paid for installation. They're gonna come, they're going to assemble it, install it, and yeah, it'll be done in about an hour or so. So I'll come back with an update. All right, so I am currently in the sauna, and it's actually hotter than I expected. It's only been warming up for like 10 minutes now, and it's at 53 degrees, and it's actually pretty hot in here. Like, I'm actually thoroughly impressed. And not only that, there's like Bluetooth as well. There's like speakers in here, and it's like playing the music. To be honest, I'm a bit like lost for words. It was only a couple years ago that I was working in a warehouse. Like, I remember I had like nothing. I was telling my friends that I would one day make it, and they were all telling me to shut up. And at the time, I don't blame them, because I was just talking out of my ass and I had nothing. But not to say that I've made it or anything like that, but I'm extremely grateful to have all of this, to have this office and to have this kind of like sauna in the convenience of my house. It's so cool. It's such a surreal feeling for me, and I hope that I can continue making a positive impact on the world. And yeah, I'm just getting started, but it's actually so hot in here. Holy crap. I want to show you guys the inside. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. And then you can change the colors. So if I grab the remote, so there's like a remote here, and then you just change the color. So it changes to green, blue, yellow, that color, whatever that is, that. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. And you see how there's like speakers on top? There's a speaker at the top there. There's a speaker at the top there. And then on the outside, there's like a, whatever that's called. Yeah, very cool.
Like, for example, going to like social events,
I don't want you to come into this and think it's just a meal plan or a training plan, because to me it's a lot more than that. I want to make sure that you can not only get the results that you want, but you can also sustain it, you know, way after you finish working with us. And a big part of that comes down to like having a sense of purpose, right? Understanding why this is so important for you and what this is going to do for you moving forward, and what type of person you're going to become along the way. And when you can step into that. Okay, so I just wrapped up the discovery call. Very nice conversation. All my discovery calls are always a really nice conversation. And like, to be really honest, like obviously this is a business, right? So when I first came into the space, it was about learning how to, you know, sell and learning how to say the right things and trying to get people on board. And, you know, when you first start business, it's like that, you know, like you make the mistakes and maybe you follow a script or whatever, but over time, you know, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've really come to learn that it's just a conversation. Like I treat every discovery call like a conversation. I'm genuinely trying to get to know the person. I'm trying to get to know like not only their goals and their struggles, but what their purpose is. What does going on a fitness journey actually mean to them, right? And what is it going to do for them? Who do they want to become along the way? What type of habits do they want to build? What type of lifestyle they want to build? Like to me, genuinely, it means a lot. So yeah, I treat every single conversation just like a conversation. You know, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just trying to help you see what is the best decision for you, right? And, you know, if you feel like the best decision is not to go for the coaching, that's fine. And if you feel like the best decision is to go for the coaching, then, you know, that's great. She ended up signing up, which is good. Her partner actually has a call booked in with me for tomorrow as well. So it's always really nice when couples do it together, because it's really hard when one person in the household is, you know, wanting to commit and wanting to improve their fitness, and the other person kind of just, you know, does whatever they want, or maybe they don't necessarily prioritize their fitness that much. It just makes it a lot harder, and it just increases the amount of friction. So the fact that they both booked in a call separately, they want to do it together, they had a discussion around it, really shows what type of strength, like, I think to me it shows a really beautiful relationship that they have. But then on top of that as well, it's nice, you know, it just makes, I know that it's going to make her life a lot easier, and it's also going to make his life a lot easier as well.
Can feel twitch.
Oh, it's the front.
Yeah, that one's
a good idea of the chunks of the business that you want to like pretty much fix right now. And
Okay, so just wrapped up that call. It's like 8:30 and I need to go to the gym, and then I want to go home and use the sauna. But that was a really good call. So I'm taking on an operations manager. It's kind of like we've gotten to like a stage where I really need more hands on deck. To kind of give you a little bit of backstory on Allison, she was actually a client of mine. She works in a high level corporate role. She's a senior manager. And I guess like throughout the course of the coaching process, I won't speak for her, but I would like to think that it has changed her perception and her life to some degree. And she's kind of like realized that perhaps working in a corporate environment for the rest of her life is not something that's the most fulfilling to her. Whilst I was coaching her, I really saw her not break down, but I really saw how much it was impacting her, and I wanted to kind of help her through that. And me helping her through that is potentially providing her with an opportunity to come into like a better workplace where she can do work that's a lot more fulfilling and purposeful, but still like utilize her skill sets, right? I want to actually show something. So for context, one of the things that we did together while she was coaching with me was she ran a fun run. So she obviously like she never thought that she could ever like run anything longer than, I don't know, like 5 minutes. But long story short, she did a charity run for work, and I asked her to give me a shirt because I wanted to like take her shirt and like put it up in a frame and then put it somewhere in the office here, which I haven't done yet, but I am going to do. And I remember after the event, she tried to get a shirt and she just couldn't. Long story short, she emailed a lot of people. She followed up for months and months and months just so that she could get a shirt and she could post it down to me from Sydney. And that just kind of shows you how relentless she is. It's absolutely unbelievable. You know, it was so impressive. And yeah, she's just the best. I'm extremely grateful for Allison, you know. She not only was an amazing client that was with me for, I think, close to like 2 years, but she has also become a friend and she is now, you know, potentially going to come in and take up a really big role, an important role within the business. So this is why this work is so meaningful to me. Like, I do what I do, not necessarily for the money, but I just want to be able to build cool stuff with cool people, you know. And when you go on this journey, you meet some really cool people, you create some like really meaningful relationships that, you know, hopefully will stand the test of time and will last a really long time. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of Allison. I'm really grateful for her, and I'm really thankful that she would even consider, you know, leaving her role to come and work alongside me. You know, that's a privilege in itself. So we're gonna go to the gym now, and then we'll come home, use the sauna, and then go to sleep.